Glad you're watching with me. If you have any questions, give me a shout out. All right, still a little crooked, but that's okay. Today is circles and strips, and I'm going to be using our 3 circle punches, the 2 1/4 inch circle, 2 inch circle, and 1 1/2 inch circle. These are great for layering, for punching out your sentiments, and also for punching out images. And the other set, being that it's chilly here in Michigan, I'm going to be using the Snowman Season, and also this Balmy Blue Glimmer paper. Is it Glimmer? Yep, Glimmer. And this doesn't shed. I'm so excited. So you don't get the little glimmers all over you, the little glitter all over you. This is wonderful Glimmer paper. And I'm also going to be using Balmy Blue cardstock as well. All right, we can jump right in and get started. I know, episode 49. Can you believe it, Lou? Wow, that's 25 weeks. Wow! I love it. I love it. I've been having so much fun doing these. Okay, these little snowmen are so cute, and I wanted to also show you while I have this out. We have a snowman punch that coordinates with this Snowman Season stamp set, which is adorable. So it cuts out this darling little snowman here, and it also cuts out the hat. You can cut out, punches out a nose. And so you can do that in orange pumpkin pie cardstock, and then basic black cardstock for the, or espresso for the twigs for his arms. And then you can color it in. But it's adorable, and it makes it really easy to get some dimension on your card. And it's so dang cute, isn't it? I love this stamp set. I love these whimsical snowmen. Don't necessarily like winter and snow, but that's okay. I love the change of seasons here in Michigan, so I'm not going to complain. All right. Next, let's see. Let's set the stamp set aside, and I'll bring out my supplies. I have a scrap piece of white for stamping our sentiment. And then I have a hot dog fold card. And the reason I say hot dog is because it's long, like a hot dog bun. And then we're going to fold it over. So this is 4 1/4 by 11 inches long, scored at 5 1/2 right in the center. And then we're going to use my bone folder that my dogs used as a bone to get a crisp fold. Let's do that again. Nice crisp fold so that your card lays nice and flat for you to work on. This is Balmy Blue cardstock. That's going to be our card base, like our mat. Our little mat outline. This is going to be, this is going to go over the top here. And then we're going to take this little strip of Glimmer paper, and we're going to put that right over the top here. But along with those layers, let's do some punching out with these punches. Now I have, did I not? I did not. All right, let's get some. Little scrap piece of Balmy Blue. Come on. Where are you, Balmy Blue? Not quite sure if this is going to be wide enough, so let's wing it. If not, I'll use a bigger piece. So these punches are great because you can turn them over. And you don't have to guess. Oh, it's perfect. You don't have to guess where you're punching. And if you have trouble with punching, say you have trouble with your wrists or arthritis and that's trouble, you can always put it in, lay it on the table and put it in, and then punch it out this way instead of holding it. Okay, we don't need to, but I just wanted to show you that. All right, so that's our bottom layer. The next is going to be our Glimmer paper with the 2-inch circle punch. Come in and you can get the as close as you want. I'm going to show you again. If you just press it down lightly, you've captured it so it doesn't move. And then just give it a whack. All right. And the next one, we're going to use our scrap piece. Because we're using a photopolymer stamp set, we're going to use our Stampin Pierce Mat, which is a foam mat, and that works great with these photopolymers because they don't have the foam pad. I know I say this all the time, I'm repeating myself, but it's worth it, especially if you're just watching. And if you are, if this is your first time watching, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. My name is Carrie, my name is Carrie, my name is Carrie. I just inked that up with the Memento pad, which is a tuxedo black. And voila, we have our little saying. And then I'm going to use the 1.5 inch circle punch and slide it in, center it how I like, and punch. And there we have our 3 layers. Okay. I like to clean off my stamps while we're working, so that way I don't get all inky, even though I'm inking a latte. Okay, next, we can layer these, and don't be worried about the glimmer paper because we can add, we can either use the adhesives that work on glimmer paper, would be your Stampin Seal Plus, which is a little more than, oh, and I was going to tell you what that meant. I just learned what SEAL stands for. Simple, Easy Adhesive Laydown. Is that right, Lou? Simple, Easy Adhesive Laydown. Because it lays down and you just roll it. Anyway, the Stampin Seal Plus will work on the glimmer paper to attach anything to it, and so will our dimensionals. But before we pop these up, we can go ahead and put this using regular Stampin Seal. Simple, Easy Adhesive Laydown. Yep, okay, I think so too. All right, so I'm going to layer the Balmy Blue glimmer paper on top of the Balmy Blue cardstock. And I just used our regular adhesive because that's a cardstock backing that we've got. And before I put this up, I don't like it so stark white, and I don't think I want to busy it up with snowflakes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Balmy Blue ink pad, and I take a little piece of cardstock that matches whatever ink I'm going to be using, and I staple it onto a cutout piece of sponge. And we sell these 3 sponges for $3.50 or $4. And I'm just going to tap that onto my ink pad and do a little sponging here. And it gives it a nice distressing look, and it also adds like a magic layer of color, and you'll see. Because before, when you just put it down, as you can see, it's really kind of stark white, kind of blah. But doing the sponging just gives it a little oomph, right? A little, what's that word Beth uses so much? I can't remember. I'll remember afterwards. You know what? I think we should do this circle too. I think we should do the outside of this Balmy Blue circle too. Let's just do that. Let's be consistent. I think it's going to look much prettier. Spin it around. The reason I color my sponges is that way I don't muck up a different ink pad by using the same sponge on another color, especially a lighter color with a darker sponge. So they're so reasonably priced. I just cut them up, and I have a little Stampin' case, like I keep my dimensionals in, and I put them in there by color family, and so I've got one for every color. All right. There we go. I think we're done sponging. Now we can grab dimensionals and pop this up. Whoop. Just going to use the little ones because they're handy. And like I said, these are going to work on your glimmer paper. Let's put one more on for good measure. It doesn't really, doesn't really matter because you get so many. And today I have nails, so I'm using my nails to peel off the little skin cover, slip cover. Okay, and then we're going to put this right in the center. Yay! So dimensionals and Seal Plus work great for adhering anything to glimmer paper. Now look how pretty that is. Now you put that up against our cardstock, and do you just see how it just softens it when you sponge around? I like it. I like it very much. Okay, we're going to set this aside, and we're going to stamp our image on this card down at the bottom. And I chose the little snowman who's throwing snow. He's a happy giddy person. I am too, but not when it's snowing. He's so cute. Okay, I got that inked up really well, and I can see exactly where I'm stamping because it's a photopolymer stamp. I'm going to put him down towards the bottom. My name is Carrie. My name is Carrie. My name is Carrie. Voila. We'll clean it off and color him up. I'm only going to use 2 Stampin Blends. I'm going to be using the Balmy Blue and Pumpkin Pie to color him in. I'm just going to do a little shading. Come back. All right, so here we go. I'm using the light one too because you can always come back and add the dark, but you can't come back and add the light if you've already kind of done that. Let's just kind of do these little snowflakes too. Throw it in there. Kind of going around them. You can get as creative as you want. Okay, so I'm going to color in his bottom of his foot. And I'm just going to do a little shading. You can do as much as you want. Do a little outlining around his nose. He's looking cute, isn't he? Okay, let's color some of this. And then we can just do some little streaks down here too of snow. See how easy that was? Okay, let's do one more here. Okay, I bubbled him now. That's okay. See, I'm not a very good colorer, but you know what? With the blends, it doesn't really matter. It just kind of flows. I think he's super cute. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. All right, we can't forget his nose. And I'm going to use the dark paper pumpkin. I'm going to use the marker tip. There is a paintbrush tip too. I'm really not good with the paintbrush tip unless I'm filling a big area in, because coloring is not in my vocabulary really, except with the Stampin Blends, which come in a 2-pack. So you get a light and a dark, and it's fun to shade all these around. Okay, we can set these aside. And now that we've got this all done, you know what else would be really cute is some dazzling diamonds. I didn't think about that. And I don't have my dazzling diamonds handy, do I? No, I do not. So we can come back and add that another time. All right, let's close up this ink pad because we are just about done. I'm going to use my Stampin Seal. Do you hear that? Nope, you don't hear that clickety-clack from the snail that we used to have. No more clickety-clack. Don't come back. Alright, just going to do some layering here. Now that we've colored. Oh, and I should have showed you, when you use the Stampin Blends, they bleed through. So you always want to color your project first before you put it onto your cardstock base. And you always want to use a separate piece instead of your cardstock base. I know the thick Whisper White, you don't necessarily have that problem, but I don't like to take any chances, so I color it separately on a separate piece of Whisper White, and then I add it onto my card. All right, and I'm going to place this on my card. This is so easy. And I see, now I also want to show you, see the red that's coming through? That means we're getting low. So I am prepared. I do have another one handy in case I run out. But that's kind of a nice feature of this Stampin' Seal, is because now you can see when you're getting low instead of just all of a sudden taking a chance and you're out. Okay. Making sure I put them on right side up. And there we go. Isn't he cute? That's a cute card just like this. But we're going to go ahead and add our layer up here. And then we're going to add our Let It Snow at the top. Just because it's so cute. Or you could even do just Let It Snow. But I like this. So let's give it a go here with the Stampin' Seal. And just for placement reasons, because I want it kind of in the center, gonna place it like so. Okay, I think that's pretty straight. And just for fun, let's pop this up again, shall we? We don't need to, actually, but we're going to, because I love popping stuff up. I've got my little dimensionals here, and I'm just going to put them at the top and at the bottom, because this has a little bit of a dimension to it already. This kind of bumps it up, so we should be fine in the center. So this is a super simple card because you're just using circles and strips. And I'm sure you have lots of those at home. Voila! There's our cute card. We can even move them over a little bit. Let's move them. They had a little time there. I'm going to move it over. There. Kind of like it off center. And you know what else we could do? We could, I'm not going to, but we could have embossed that background with this great winter snow embossing folder. That would have been pretty. We also could have used a couple different dimensionals. I thought so. Simple, easy. Lisa, you're right. Snow is better than cold rain. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially when you're driving. Yeah, cold rain and ice. Yeah. So you could add these wonderful little snowflake sequins all over your card too. Even on this piece. And we also have these really cute adhesive back snowflakes, which you've seen me use before, I'm pretty sure. I've used these before on projects. Working on some projects now that I'm using them. So you've got this kind of iridescent blue, and then you've got kind of a iridescent white pink hue. So cute. So either one of those would work. If you want to be mono-y-mono, these would work good. So these little adhesive back snowflakes are awesome too. But we're not going to. We're going to keep it simple, right? So something that you can duplicate yourself at home. Here's another one I made using the same stamp set, just a different layout. I kind of swapped them. And then I didn't use the Balmy Blue layer. I just used the 2-inch circle punch to cut out the Snowman and the 2 1/4 inch to cut out the Glimmer paper. I thought those were really cute too. What do you think? Show me yours. I'd love to see what you make too. Okay, yep, as always, I have a couple more samples to show you that I made in line with these cards. And the first one I used is, I used the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. And I think you'll like this because this will be super easy. I just cut out a bunch of circles with this Designer Series paper, and I used Itty Bitty Christmas as my sentiment. And I just layered it on a copper foil piece. So it's just 2 1/4, 2-inch, and 1 1/2-inch circles layered on this copper foil, and look how pretty that is. Super simple, right? Okay, the next one I'm using, I used the Lovely You stamp set, and the greetings or sentiments, whatever you want to call them, they're so beautiful. This is a great stamp set to have. Cherished friend, miles apart but still in my heart, wildly grateful, you're my person, just because. I mean, these sayings are really wonderful. So anyway, here's a card I made. A little bizarre, but I like it. I kind of like the retro feel of it. So I just layered my circles with Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and I cut it in half, and then I popped it up with some basic gray on white. Isn't that pretty? I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. So dare to be different. You can come up with tons of ideas. And then the last one, lastly and very importantly, is I am, as you know, my team name, my business name is Inkin Latte. So this press-on coffee stamp set is right up my alley, and I absolutely love these. So I made a card using the circles and my favorite Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. Look at how pretty that is. And this is using the In Color Designer Series paper pack. This is the Bumblebee, one of the new In colors. And I just layered it up, and it says a couple things. And from Inkin Latte, me to you, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for all your encouragement and support throughout the year. I'm so happy to say that I'd like to give you a couple thanks, and I can't wait to hug you because I earned the incentive trip to Maui. Yeah! I'm so excited. So, thank you. Thank you, my team, my friends, which are both. Thank you to my team leader. Thank you, everybody. You have just inspired me, and I so appreciate you being here and helping me. It was a big goal, and I'm so happy to share that with you. Okay, before I get all sappy, October 3rd is World Card Making Day, and I'm going to be making cards that day. And I'm challenging you to make cards and send them out to someone. It's an, World Card Making Day. So everybody in the world should be sitting down and making a card and mailing it out to somebody and brightening their day. Please show me what you make and share this episode with a friend. If there's something you'd like me to demonstrate for you, next week on Friday will be Viewer's Choice. I'm going to be at a weekend retreat with some wonderful people. I'm so excited. And so I'm going to be making cards and all kinds of projects next weekend. And also on Tuesday, and you know what? If you like my style, you like my cards, you can best bet that when you come to my classes, I have a Christmas card class on Tuesday where we make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs. And I have to stop and like a squirrel moment here. The reason that I have you make 2 each of 3 different designs is because when you were making just one of say 5 or 6 designs, you weren't mailing them out. You were keeping them because they were so pretty and you didn't want to part with them. So now well, not now, for a while, I've been doing 2 each of 3 different designs. That way you can keep one if you really have to, but you mail the other one out to somebody. So Tuesday is my Christmas card class, and that is $16, or it's free with a qualifying order. I can do a carry-out kit where, get that, carry-out kit. It's a kit to go. It can be porch pickup, or if you want to add $3 on, I can mail it out to you. You'll get all the supplies except for the stamped images to make those cards, and you'll get a little tutorial on how they're put together and what it looks like in the end, at least what I have. You can make it up how you want. So Tuesday's Christmas card class. The following Wednesday, I believe that's September 30th, is my all occasions card class. So we'll be making, it could be get well, it could be a happy birthday, a thank you, a thinking of you, a happy anniversary. And I usually, if you're in person, I usually have other sentiments. Say you need something, you need a sympathy card, God forbid, you can change out the sentiment pretty easy because you have access to all my stamps here. So that's an advantage of being here in person. But yeah, so if you like these cards and projects that I show you weekly, certainly they're going to be the same type of cards that you're going to get in my class. So I hope you like that. If you are not on my email list and do not know about my cards, about my classes and events, please send me a message with your email address so I can add you on. I'd love to craft with you. I'd love to see you. Oh, okay, well, this has been fun. I've enjoyed this episode with you, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you very much. Please show me your cards, okay? And have an awesome weekend. Stay well and be blessed.